possible earthquake near the Statue of Liberty.
Looks like you should have left town a little bit earlier.
Whatever you're doing, stop.
Hey everybody, Corey Salt's True Floyd here for Amerime Media, and we need to talk about the Cloverfield paradox. Now, Super Bowl Sunday, football. We're watching the game. Commercials, some awesome, some kind of awesome. Then Netflix drops this bomb. Now, the Cloverfield movie series has been vaguely mysterious and awesome all at the same time. We have the first titular one, Cloverfield. Then we had Cloverfield 10, Cloverfield Lane. And then all of a sudden they're dropping this trailer for the Cloverfield Paradox, which comes on Netflix right after the Super Bowl, which is hands down one of the most genius advertising marketing moves of the modern time. Because you've got a very addictive, mysterious movie series. We've all been wondering when's the next one coming out. Then you tell us it's coming out on Netflix, and then you're telling us it comes on right after this huge television event that we're watching right now. So naturally, as soon as the game was over, Eagles won, football, Eagles. I go to Netflix and I'm watching this movie. And it was okay. Like, I'm not really sure how many millions of dollars is spent on this, but I wasn't really feeling it. First off, there was a very stellar and very international cast. One actor's name I do remember right off the bat, David Brühl, mostly known as from Inglourious Bastards and from Captain America: Civil War as Zemo. But it literally takes place in the future, where of course we face a dire energy crisis and we're on the brink of world war. And so all of the world scientists came together, built a station in space, and built a fusion generator to make unlimited energy. And they've been up there for 2 years trying to get it to work. Things go wrong, and then next thing you know, we're smack dab into a science fiction / horror survival mode. What any of this has to do with Cloverfield, the station they built is named Cloverfield. Yeah. Then you've got some scary moments. The ship's acting weird. Come to find out, things are not what they seem. And when they finally get the generator to work, what it does is takes them to another dimension. Literally takes them to another dimension where their space station already crashed and destroyed, and the world is at the brink of war. Meanwhile, with one of the characters on the ship, they keep going back to the original dimension where her and her husband are worried about each other, and now he can't contact her, and something's happening on Earth. Something is attacking Earth. You can't really see what it is. It really doesn't add up to anything. The side story makes absolutely no sense. If you took it out, it doesn't do anything to the story. I guess it's just some way to slow down the pacing of the narrative. There's some interesting body horror stuff that goes on. One definitely pays a big homage to Ridley Scott's Alien. Another one pays homage to a recent B movie, Slither. And overall, you get a Event Horizon sense from the film, since now they're in another type of dimension and they're trying to just get home. And eventually, in the end, the remaining survivors, one of them being Dave Brule. Spoiler alerts for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. I really don't care. And at the end of it, they hit this escape pod to go back to Earth. And then they come to find out as they're landing, you see the huge Cloverfield monster from the first Cloverfield movie. And it doesn't add up. The movie's supposed to take place in 2028. So I assume that the Cloverfield monster attacking New York in 2008 was just a random fluke that no one ever talked about ever again. I don't know. My problem is with the last two films. Now, 10 Cloverfield Lane was an overall amazing story that ends up getting really Cloverfield type related around the end, especially when she leaves the compound after leaving John Goodman there to die. But it was still an overall good movie. The problem with this film is it gets kind of weird and kind of weak maybe 20 minutes through, and then it starts to go to a certain by the numbers space survival horror genre. I wasn't excited. I kind of just wanted to make sure it was over. I feel like this was a really bad episode of Black Mirror. Now the acting in it was great, but the story was just all around horrible. I mean, if you're still a Cloverfield fan and you need to see this, well, I implore you to check it out. But other than that, I would say watch something else. There's a lot of options on Netflix. Devilman Crybaby, there's a good example. Black Mirror, there you go. The Magicians, that's another good one. And if you're not even interested in the Cloverfield franchise, that's perfectly okay. I would strongly suggest you avoid this one. If I was to give it a rating between like a grade rating, I'd give it a solid D because it exists. Everything else, even with the good acting, the story just doesn't take me in, and I don't really care about these characters at all. So so it's a D. It's a very forgettable film. This is a hiccup in the Cloverfield franchise, but I do give them credit for a stellar marketing campaign with the big trailer during the Super Bowl and dropping the movie right after the Super Bowl. I just wish that this excellent marketing campaign also had an excellent movie attached to it. But sadly, what we see is what we get. This is Corey Salttrue Floyd. I'll be talking to you guys a little later. Please be sure to hit us up at AmerimeMedia.com. Pick up a t-shirt, buy a coffee mug, and I'll see you later. Hey guys, Corey Salty Truth here. I hope you had a lot of fun with that. Don't forget to check out this right here. Yo, this is where 13 the Almighty completely loses his shit. It's hilarious. Don't forget to like, subscribe, go to our website, pick up a shirt. Should be in the link below. This is Corey saying peace.